What's up, guys? This is Kelly, aka Kelly the Great, your favorite functional medicine nutritionist, and today I'm going to do something completely out of my element. Kelly the Great, your favorite functional medicine nutritionist, is going to eat as she did as a child. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not always been this healthy. I have not always ate the way that you guys see on Instagram or any type of social media, and I want to share with you guys exactly what I ate as a child. And the reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of you guys have children out there and you're still feeding your children these foods, and I kind of want to see what it tastes like. I'm going to be honest, a lot of this food I haven't had since I was so young. It's not even funny, but I'm so excited to try this food again with you guys. And then as I'm trying this food, I'm going to go over the nutritional facts of this food. I am actually going to, I probably will enjoy this food. I'm not even going to lie to you because I did as a child, so hopefully I'll do the same. I'm going to be completely out of my element. So today I have a bunch of different foods, and I hope that you guys stay tuned until the end because we're going to see how it tastes, how it felt, where it went down, where it goes down, and you guys are going to be with me, okay? So today I have, now if you know me, number one, if you know me, I don't eat chicken, okay? So I do have nuggets from McDonald's. I have oodles and noodles, okay? I do have cereal. I have my favorite chips, which are hot fries back in the day when I was a child. And I have pizza rolls and everybody's favorite Kool-Aid, all right? So here we go. I'm going to try all these foods. I'm actually going to start with the nuggets first because let me tell you something. I'm actually a little excited and I'm a little scared at the same time. Like I told you guys, I really don't eat chicken at all. And if I do eat chicken, it's either USDA organic, or I just don't have it at all, or it's probably like the little baby wings that you get from anywhere really, but I really don't eat it on a regular basis. So I do have McDonald's chicken nuggets, and the reason why I kind of wanted to not only eat these because I ate them as a child, but there's a lot of nutrition facts that I think that you guys need to know when you're feeding things to your child, and you wonder why your child is jumping off the roof and acting crazy, and you wonder why we're gaining weight, and you wonder why a lot of kids have fatty liver, and they have all of these nutritional deficiencies because of some of these foods that I'm going to show you. Well, actually, all of the foods that I'm going to show you is really not that healthy. Now, let me tell you something. As a child, keeping it 1,000 with you guys, I wasn't fortunate enough to have organic, right? We didn't eat a ton of vegetables. My mom definitely made sure that we had a vegetable with every single meal. But a lot of the foods that I had, they just happened to be unhealthy. And why is that? Because one, we could not afford it. Two, there were bulk meals. So when you have a large family, you feed your children bulk meals and something that would feed your kid, all of your kids throughout the entire week. And honestly, you know, kids like things that taste good. They can be really, really picky. So let's start with the chicken nuggets, okay? I haven't had these in a long time. And let me tell you something. McDonald's is not Chick-fil-A. They did not give me the sauce that I asked for. So this is a 20-piece. I am not eating the 20-piece today, but I am going to try it because it's been such a long time. You guys know all about the sweet and sour sauce. Let me tell you about this. If you do not Google this and the nuggets, the carb and the sugar intake is absolutely insane, okay? And I'll put those under the video so you know exactly how much sugar is in that. But as you know, as you get older, diabetes is a progressive disease. So what happens is over time, your insulin is not responding. Your pancreas is not responding to the insulin anymore. So therefore, the insulin isn't letting the glucose in the cell. Therefore, it starts to accumulate outside of the cell, which people gain weight in their stomach area, and then they develop diabetes. So when you're young, you're eating all of these food. You're like, oh, I can do this. I'm not gaining weight. I'm not going to get sick. But eventually, it creeps up on you, okay? So first things first, we're going to do the nuggets with the infamous sweet and sour sauce. I did not ask them for this. I actually asked them for ranch because I love ranch, okay? So chicken nuggets, here we go. First time, like I said, I don't really eat chicken. I haven't had chicken nuggets probably since I was about 16, all right? And I'm over that, okay? Here we go. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, let me get another one. I'll tell you how it is. I don't know if this is, you know how they spell chicken with a CH apostrophe K N or something like that? That's what I think this is. But it's actually so good. It's good. It's amazing, really. Yeah. That was good. That was really good. But I can honestly see how people can get addicted to the sugar, the fat, and the chicken. Because it's awesome. Okay? Alright. That was great. And off camera, I may get another one. But I'm just saying, like, we're cheating today. Okay? Alright. So my number 2 food that I had, actually this is really my number 1. Back in the day they were 10 cents, now they're 29 cents. I bought these and I almost was like, dang, I cannot wait to try this. And this is oodles and noodles. Look at my noodles, they look good. I did that, didn't I? I know. All right, so oodles and noodles, I had these as a kid. Let me tell you something. My mom didn't let me buy these. She actually was like, no, we're not buying these, like, no. And they look like cardboard. And you boil them just in case you haven't cooked them before. But what we used to do, I don't even own a microwave right now because I don't believe in microwaves. But it's funny because when I was a child, put them in a microwave, 2 minutes, done. The meal, set it off. I would do 2 packs because that's how hungry I was. And I really haven't had these since. I don't know. But let me tell you something. I could see as I'm going throughout this process and I'm learning the different foods that I used to eat as a child. I'm actually reflecting back. I can see how this can be, or this food that I'm eating can be a part of a normal standard diet just because it's cheap, right? And a lot of times when you're growing up in certain areas, and me personally, when you're growing up in unfortunate urban communities, it's very hard to get your hands on something that is organic or healthy or vegetables or whatever, because we do suffer from food deserts. Where I grew up, there wasn't a grocery store within a mile or 2 miles, and so. And with that being said, a lot of the food that I got I got it from the gas station. Sometimes, obviously, we went to Walmart or whatever, convenience stores, whatever the case may be. And it's crazy because they sell these things at convenience stores right now. So I'm going to try the noodles that I haven't had. And let me tell you, these were like my drug of choice when I was young. Oh my God. And it tastes just like how it did when I was young too. Hold on, let me try it again. Let me just back that up and try it again. All right. This is the chicken flavor. And it is so good. Now let me tell you something. Like I told you, I hadn't had this in such a long time. So if my stomach is screwed up, you guys will know because I'm going to tell you. All right, so here we go. So good. Now, I don't know if you guys have read the pack of oodles and noodles, or that's something that's in your standard diet, or something in your kid's standard diet, but when you're reading the back of the nutritional facts of any food that you've had, or any food that you decide to enjoy, if it's more ingredients than you can count, if it's words that you cannot pronounce, then guess what? You should not be eating it, okay? But today I ate it, and let me say something. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it was amazing. It was great, all right? All right, so moving on to number 3. Listen, when I was a child, they sold this at the dollar store. And I will remember wanting to go into the dollar store and get this because we used to buy this drink called Sips, and it was like tea and lemonade mix, and it was our Fridays, and every Friday my mom would order pizza and we would get the Sips. And so when I went in there to get the Sips, which is that drink, I would see these and I couldn't believe it was at the dollar store. So I haven't had this since I lived with my parents, which was probably when I was like 16, 17 years old. So this is pizza rolls. Now I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm obsessed with pizza. Like if I were to cheat, I'm cheating on pizza, okay? Obviously you can't have pizza without ranch. I mean, it is what it is. So like I said, I haven't had this. This is more than, well, I wouldn't say more than half my life, but less than half my life. I haven't had this, and we're gonna see how it tastes today, okay? So obviously if you guys are eating this, I read the back of this, and I will put the nutritional facts in the description if that is something that you guys are interested in. When I did read the back of these pizza rolls, it had more ingredients that I could count and a lot of the words that I could not understand. And being that I practice functional medicine and I am a nutritionist, I should be able to understand all of the different things that are in these foods. And guess what? I didn't do that. I didn't understand these foods. So what does that mean? That means you should not be eating it, right? And I don't know if you guys know about foods, but chemists that make the foods and make the way that the food tastes, they know exactly what to put in the food to make it taste freaking amazing, and they do that. So as much as you guys think that you may be addicted to it, it is because the chemists know exactly what they're doing when they make it. And let me tell you something, they did that on this. All right, so here we go. Haven't had it in over 10 years. Let's see how it tastes. This tastes better than the noodles. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. Hold on, y'all. I want to tell you guys something about me. Like, I'm gonna have another one. Hold on. I'm the type of person that I can't keep bad food in my house or I'm gonna eat it. So once I'm finished, all of this has to go. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes really good, and I can see how people can get addicted to it and they fall in love with it because these foods taste so good. And let me tell you something, when I tell my clients all the time, when they're like, oh, I don't like the way that tastes and I don't like the way this tastes. Well, one, the chemist has tricked you and they've put certain things in the food to make you addicted to it. And not only that, sugar is very addicting. Carbs, sugar, candy, sweets, pastas, whatever, anything that converts into sugar is very, very, very addictive. And this is addictive, okay? Not even just that, because you've been eating so much junk food for such a long time in your life, you don't even know what real food tastes like. I just told a client the other day, I said, listen, if I take the sugar and I take the salt out of the meal, are you going to still enjoy it? If I give you a brownie and I take the sugar out of it, are you going to enjoy it? They're like, no. Well, if I take the fried off the chicken, are you going to enjoy it? If I take the seasoning off of this, you're going to enjoy it. No, you don't fall in love with the actual food. You fall in love with how it's seasoned, right? So what that means is a lot of times when people say that they don't like stuff, it's because they don't know how to properly season stuff and they're used to what they're used to. Because like I said before, and I said this in most of my Instagram stories, I can season asparagus like it tastes amazing, right? So it's just having variety in your diet. So hold on, I got to eat another one. Hold on. I'm gonna lie, good. All right. My next thing. Now these chips I'm about to show you, and if you're from where I'm from, shout out to Virginia 757. And I'm pretty sure they have it everywhere. I actually didn't eat these hot fries. I ate hot fries that said hot fries. Okay, these aren't the hot fries. They said hot fries. But they didn't have it at the store. I wonder why they didn't. I don't know. Stores and got bougie. All right, they were $1. But I used to be in love with hot fries. So I haven't had them in, again, years. And so, like I said before, when you're looking at the nutritional content of it, this is 3.5 servings. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's 3.5 servings. Look at the carb content. Look at the sugar content, look at the sodium content, and look at all these ingredients. If you know exactly what all of these mean, kudos to you. But if you don't, I mean, you shouldn't anyway, because they're all chemicals, really. Then you shouldn't be eating it. It's not a whole food, right? So let's try it. And you know one thing about hot fries and chips, it's not just a thing you can just eat one time. You gotta eat, hold on. I want to say it's so good. Chemist tricked me. Alright, I'm done because they make my mouth really hot, okay? So I'm going to wash it down. I'm going to wash it down with my favorite drink as a kid. Now, again, my mom didn't let me buy this. It was so cheap. But I was like, Mom, we need this so bad. And it tastes so good. And I remember having 2 packs of this. Y'all know y'all used to mix 2 packs of this. You can't just have 1 pack. You got to mix them both and put a whole pound of sugar in it, right? That's what you did as a child. You mix it up and you keep adding sugar until it tastes like exactly what you want it to taste like. So here's my Kool-Aid. All right, so my mouth is a little hot, and hot fries is just, ooh, Jesus Christ, hot. So here we go. Tastes like sugar. Tastes amazing. I really like it. I really, really like it. And let me tell you something about sugar. Your hot fries. Your body is only allowed to have 25 grams of sugar a day. That sugar in that cup in itself is probably 3 times as much as what you're supposed to be having a day. And it tastes amazing, right? Because why? Because sugar is addictive, and the chemists knew exactly what they were doing when they did it. All right, I'm going to finish off with you guys, all right? When I was a child, I used to beg my mom for this, and she would never get me this. However, I did have an alternative to it. It was King Vitamin cereal. And if you are from where I'm from, you know what King Vitamin is, okay? So instead of that, I got the cereal that my mom told me that I could not have, and that is Lucky Charms. And they were when I was young, okay? Now, I did it big. I got the cereal, but I'm not gonna lie, I did get almond milk. There's nothing in this world that can make me drink regular milk. I'm sorry, I just cannot. All right, so we're about to make some cereal with this almond milk. I did not add sugar, but when I was a kid, I did used to add sugar, which is probably a little insane, but I don't care. All right, and we don't care when you're children, because a lot of times you think, oh, nothing can happen to me, but what you decide to do as a child manifests in it. And it just, creeps up on you as an adult, and you don't understand why you're having these problems, or when you're having headaches, or you're gaining weight around the stomach area, or your child has fatty liver, or your child's not paying attention to school, is because you're overloading them with sugar. This is probably the last thing you want to feed your child first thing in the morning. Why? Because when you're young and those insulin levels deplete as you get older, and you spike it with sugar, right? They have that instant drop. So a lot of times I get a lot of parents that come to me. It says that my child is not paying attention in class. My child's being rowdy and crazy and blah, 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 all this stuff. Well, it's because you're feeding them Lucky Charms in the morning, and it's not a protein veggie-based meal, and they spike their insulin so high. You think it's cute. It ain't cute when you get older and you're sick and you're diabetic, okay? So let's go ahead and try these Lucky Charms. You know what? It's actually really sad, because when I was a child, I used to add sugar to this. And this is sweet. This is crazy. Now, where's my almond milk? This is regular milk. So listen, guys. I wanted to do this video primarily because although I was a child and I grew up on these foods, there are alternatives. As an adult, I can realize and I can contemplate and I can understand how it can be difficult, to get your hands on foods that are healthy, accessible, and inexpensive. And when you decide to do your research and you step out of the box of what your norm happens to be, you can make those healthier decisions and choices. And America in itself is morbidly obese, and 13.9 million people have diabetes in the world today, and that is including children, and children are suffering the most. I've seen children with diabetes, I have seen children with fatty liver, and they don't know where it comes from, but it obviously starts with the parent. So I say that to say this: if you can avoid a lot of these foods in the diet and start making healthier decisions and healthier choices, your kids will live longer and be better off and being the person that they were destined to be. A lot of these foods obviously are very inexpensive, which I find very inexpensive fruits and vegetables. A lot of them taste really, really good because the chemists knew exactly what they were doing, and that's what they do because they want to market their product. And then with that being said, when the kid gets addicted to certain foods and they get that first high, they don't know how to get off of it. But it takes you to be that voice and be that disciplinarian to force them to make better choices so they can become the change that we need in the world, okay? So these foods were great, and I enjoyed them as a child, but as an adult, I know better. And when you know, you know. So I hope this video inspired you guys to understand that you have the ability to make better choices in life and make better choices in life. Okay? You guys have a great day. Bye.